Hello everyone, nice to have you all back for the second part of our series monovalve heating. In the previous and first video we unbolted the valve, checked it with a 12-volt external power source for functioning. Today's topic: how to dismantle the mono or duo valve of our heating system, check it and change broken parts, and in 99% of all cases it is the rubber boot sleeve which is broken. How to repair that right after the introduction. When dismantling the valve housing, there is an order of steps to be respected. 1. You break loose these 4 bolts here, take them out. Second, do not never pull at the square plate but the cylindrical end of the valve. Put it on a cloth and slide out the entire assembly.
Und holt das komplette Bauteil hier raus. So.
Gently remove the housing of the copper coil and make sure you do not damage the wire terminus on the left hand side, where this notch is at the bottom end of the housing. Next step, slide out the washers and remember the order when reassembling. Big white washer first, wavy corrugated washer next, and small washer. There you go. Here I show you, if you pull out the assembly at the square plate, you will for sure and certain damage this wire here at the bottom of the coil. Thin like a hair and prone to break for sure, so do not screw it up right from the start. This is what this copper coil looks like. Here, this tubular part holds the rubber membrane, this rubber sleeve which tends to rip after 40 or more years in service, with the seal at the top end which will work like a plunger when being pushed into a tube. Right here you see that sleeve is entirely ripped. If I pull out the top end, you see that this sleeve has ripped all around. It should expand, please see white arrow. The inner tubular part should pull out the inner end of the sleeve. Not in this case, because the sleeve is ripped completely. You see the inner end of the sleeve is, or its remains, is still there but ripped. We found the culprit, we will change that rubber sleeve. To remove that E-clip from its notch, use pointed pliers or a flat watchmaker screwdriver. There is a black spacer at the top end. It sometimes falls off. Now pull out the bottom end. This here is the ripped membrane. You see, this should be one single part, not two. Please see white arrow. This is the remnant of the sleeve right here. Expand, contract 1,000 times. Warm, cold, hot over 40 years. Take off that black washer. Use something to keep the tube with the rim for the sleeve in a vertical position. This part here, made of plastic, wood or anything, is the cradle of German engineering. It works as my third hand during assembly. Pull at this pin to its full extent. Slide plastic underneath that rubber to keep it at full extent. Steady hand required. Now, slide on the new sleeve from the repair kit on that pin and push down that black spacer right underneath that notch. Now take the E-clip and push it firmly in that notch.
Und mein Sicherungsring.
E-clip is sitting firmly in its place, securing the assembly. Now pull out that plastic part from below, carefully. Now carefully slide the bottom part of the sleeve, which has a groove over the rim. Has to sit snugly on that rim. Make sure it does, otherwise it would slide off when it has to expand. Membrane is in place. The valve can work properly. The sleeve is being kept in place below the tubular strainer. Should be alright, looks okay. We now reassemble the rest, starting with the small washer. At the end the housing, not now, not yet. Alright, small washer first, wavy corrugated washer next, big washer at last. Now the housing, the notch. Remember the notch? It has to point to the bottom side. Slide the copper coil in the housing. Pay attention to that wire terminus at that notch. Take the big housing in one hand and the assembly in the other hand. Touch it only at the cylindrical bottom part. Put it inside. Take the 4 screws and bolt everything together. If you're not sure if some other component is working properly, unbolt the temperature control assembly and put it sideways. Then measure the potentiometer by switching the meter on ohm to check resistance. Touch the third soldering point and then the one in the middle. Resistance is presently at 5k ohm. I now turn the wheel to change temperature. Resistance is increasing. Turn wheel to hot to see resistance decreasing to 2k ohm. So this component is working nicely and is transmitting signals correctly to that copper coil in our monovalve. That's about it. If you got a dual valve, it is just a little more work to do. These replacement valves are hard to get by. I have ordered a set of 20 each for oncoming repairs. So if you not don't feel like doing the job, contact me. Send me the valve unit if you want. Send me the control unit as well. I will fix it for little money. Just contact me. I will take care of it. You will get it back after a short while. How to unbolt the unit from the engine bay has been shown in the first video. A link to it is in the video description below. Hope you have liked this video. Would appreciate your thumb up. Bye bye everyone. Thank you for watching. See you around next time for another episode.